Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the CTKS method. Let's have a look at Bitcoin and see what the bullish and the bearish cases are for this key crypto. In order to understand where Bitcoin could actually go, we need to analyze the structural levels. We can see at literally the 69,800, there was a structural resistance level that caused this big spike up in Bitcoin to retrace. We had an underside retest and fortunately we made our way through. There is a specific reason for this and I'll come to it later. And it's got nothing to do with Bitcoin. What we've seen just so far is we're trying to consolidate and turn this once resistance into support. If the bulls get their way, it could be really quite intriguing because the next structural level is at 70,600. We need to consider both the bullish case and the bearish case. If we end up underside retesting that 69,800, there's a negative CTKS gap all the way down to 68,180. When we choose to be bullish or bearish, we're actually looking at structural levels. And we're looking across different charts to give us a stacking of probabilities on where things might go. We definitely have bullish momentum inside the markets, but can that continue or are we going to see a drawdown? Financial markets are like a huge jigsaw puzzle that you get to put together every single day, and the pieces are always changing. It's such a pain, but it really is quite fascinating. When we look at total crypto market cap, we know that total crypto market cap and Bitcoin hang out together, they're best mates. Now, what happened to total crypto market cap around this area? To understand that, we have to throw on structure. And this structure marks up all of price history according to level 1 and level 2 standard certification. Just popping back to Bitcoin's levels, we can see this particular chart of Bitcoin just rallied up and then came back to just confirm this as support. We're currently making a series of lower highs, so we realistically need to break out and get above this particular area. So say around the 70,200 would confirm a bullish stance. But why did we get rejected here? The answer is inside total crypto market cap. In fact, it's inside total crypto market cap's levels when the entire crypto market came up from really solid structural support and broke out. It broke out into a positive CTKS gap with light resistance. And it's not surprising that we started to slow down there, hit the structural sell walls at $2.328 trillion. And you can see how it played out on Bitcoin. Fortunately, we had a structural support here underneath total crypto market cap, which bolstered the entire crypto market. But unfortunately, that sell wall did exactly the opposite. Price backed off. Going back to Bitcoin, you can see that total crypto market cap stopped effectively Bitcoin's rise. And this is how it works. They both work together. But also, Bitcoin actually reinforced the structural support levels across the total crypto market. Now, what we want to see is a movement above 70,200 to challenge this 70,800. If we start to move above that and consolidate around there, confirm it as structural support, that will be fantastic. And one thing to note, because if we flip back to total crypto market cap, there's not a lot of structural support there. So if we manage to underside retest this, we could come back into a very solid structural level of support across the entirety of the crypto space. And I'm going to show you how this will play out on Solana and Doge in just a minute. But just remember, this particular area is very strong. It could come down fast and whipsaw through that, but it will be gravitationally attracted back to this area. That is if we've got the bearish case. And if we have the bullish case, we would expect to take out those previous highs across the totality of the crypto market and come back up and confirm this 2.328 trillion and rally higher. Therefore, what does it mean for Bitcoin? You remember that you looked at total crypto market cap and there was a ton of structural support through these levels, from about the 68,500 mark to around the 69,000. This means that even if we go down, we would expect to interact with this 68,180 and then spring back into that total crypto market cap structural gravitational well. This is why it's so important to be able to read between charts and to understand how all of this works together. And the profiting from CTKS method structure will be coming out in December. Inside the links in the description of this video, you'll find a form and you can register free of charge for that profiting from CTKS method structure if you meet the eligibility criteria, and it will be open until the course is actually released. So one of the things just to bear in mind is all of this structure down here is vitally important to the entire crypto market. Even if we get a sell down and the bears take a bit of control back from this rally, and we often see these rallies get faded, there's nothing new, but this enormous level of structural support inside the market could see the bulls just take control and the bears caught in a bear trap. You could imagine how difficult it would be if you didn't know what the structural levels were. If you just analyze recent indicative price, you would say, oh, there's a structural level there, and there's one there, and there's one there, and all over the place. But in truth, there is not one there at all. There's not one there either. This is why so many people think that they're buying around the bottom only for it to just shoot through it to real structural levels. It's time to look at Mike Tyson's favorite crypto, Solana. And when we look at Solana, sorry Mike, we can see Solana is doing quite well. It's been pulled up with the recent rally in Bitcoin. But realistically, if we want to understand what Solana can do, we have to look structurally. And what do we see here? Around that 178, there was a level of one structural resistance, and it's still structural resistance. We've managed to pass through that. 177 is a lower level of structural support. Now, when you look at just below the 172 and around that 170 area, this is a thermonuclear area of structural support. If you're layering down and expecting a fill there, I wouldn't be too surprised if you get it under a bearish case scenario and seeing a quick reversal. That would be the bearish case. The bullish case is that we may just float around here depending on what Bitcoin and Total do. If we can confirm a breakout on Bitcoin, Solana is heading to the 182 level and beyond. It's really just like magic when you look at Bitcoin and Total and compare it across your other cryptos. You're going to see things that other people will never ever see, but always look structurally. Doge has been on an absolute rampage. It's rampaging away. But again, we need to look at structure. Do we have fresh air above this, or do we have lots and lots of structural support, say around there or around there? Where is it? In order to understand this, we need to analyze all of price history. So let's do that. Okay, what do we see here? Well, it's not really that grand news for Doge. Unfortunately, Doge has level after level after level after level. Oh my goodness, it is not the best case scenario for Doge. It's just moving through all of these structural sell areas. Now, what does this mean? It means that the sellers are there and they will have a degree of confidence that they can push Doge down. So will it translate into that? It realistically depends on what Bitcoin does. And you can see that Doge is just firing on all cylinders. Who let the Doge out? Wow, it's going bananas. So we've got a couple of scenarios. If Bitcoin and total crypto market cap keep on going up, we would expect Doge to also come up, but it's not going to necessarily go stellar like it's been doing before. It'll probably get a little bit choppy because it's got to move through all of these sell walls to get up. Now, it could consolidate as well and seek to convert these structural resistance levels into confirmed structural support levels. If the bears get a hold, they will be seeking to push it below 15,300 and push it downwards. But remember, total crypto market cap is very supportive around specific areas. So you want to keep your eyes on Bitcoin structural levels, total structural levels, and whatever you're putting your money chart, the money into your money chart. You want to look at those three things simultaneously without getting cross-eyed. There's always different ways to trade and invest, but one of the things that you might like to pay attention to when you look at this structural once resistance and hopefully support, depending on what happens here, it's starting to shape up like it could be support, but it's getting a bit wobbly. These levels are really, really important to know. You can see that even though Bitcoin was coming up bullish as heck, it hit a structural level and backed off. What about here? What caused this? You know it's total crypto market cap. These are the sort of things that I'll be talking through in the Profiting from CTKS Method course. So you can see that was stopped out. The entire crypto market cap was stopped out by Bitcoin structural levels. And then what stopped out Bitcoin's ascent next was total crypto market cap. Please note they are interdependent on each other. Let's just apply it across Solana. You can see here that was Bitcoin structural level, and here was total crypto market cap structural level. Solana remains very strong. I hope this analysis has been helpful. Please let me know in the comments what else you would like me to cover in upcoming videos. And it's very, very helpful to know where your structure is. Look at this level through the 178 mark. Look at how it just rejected price again and again and again, and now we're broken through. So this is actually a positive sign for the entire crypto market. The reason that the Profiting from CTKS Method course was delayed is because I'm putting all of your fantastic questions and suggestions and things that you want answers to inside the course. And even though it's free, I take it really, really seriously. I want to provide you with a Rolls-Royce education, and that is what I'm focused on doing. So hence the bit of a delay there. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and keep your eyes on the structural levels. Bye for now.